One of the most effective and fastest ways to turn around revenue for your company right now is through Facebook and Instagram ads. And I know you've already heard that before, but man, I'm telling you, I talk to businesses every single day and I cannot tell you how many are not taking advantage of them. And that could be for a number of reasons. Either they don't feel like they have the budget, they don't feel like they have the human capital and knowledge to get it done, or they just haven't gotten around to it. So what I'm going to show you in this video is the simplest and most effective way and cheapest way to get Facebook ads up right now for your company. What I'm going to do is take you over the shoulder from one of our companies, Coding is for Losers, and I'm going to show you the exact ad sets, the exact creative, the exact budget, and then how you can take this and apply it to your company as well. So when y'all are ready, you know what it is. Let's get into it. So let's just dive right in. What you're looking at right now is the ad account and the spend and performance for our company, Coding is for Losers. This is just filtered for the last 2 weeks. So what this company does, let me just show you the website real quick, is we help companies, whether it's e-commerce, SaaS companies, or agencies, build what we call a custom data pipeline, which basically what it does is it takes all the different data from like Analytics, Search Console, Screaming Frog, Stripe, literally every piece of data that a company has, pushes it to a database called BigQuery, and then we're able to visualize it how we want into something like Data Studio, Looker, Tableau, etc. And what the value of this is, really what we're doing is we're helping to automate reporting. If you're like a SaaS company or an e-commerce company, we're also helping you get insights that you just can't get from anywhere else because we're blending data from different platforms. And then if you're an agency, we're helping you to essentially automate deliverables like your monthly reporting, maybe a technical SEO audit, maybe when you want to look at paid search versus organic search, we can blend that into a database and then push that into a report. So what we're trying to do with these ads here is twofold. Number one is to just get in front of people because this is a brand new company in a sense. This is a brand new offering, brand new website and everything. So we're trying to get in front of people and educate people about what we do. And then of course, we're also trying to remarket to generate leads off the back end of that. And the lead for us is just somebody who comes here and schedules a consultation with David or our sales team by just booking a Calendly appointment here. They basically take this, they fill it out. They fill this out and then they get redirected to a thank you page, which then triggers a conversion within Google Analytics. So first and foremost, what you've got to do is you got to make sure that your pixel is set up on your account. You've also got to make sure that you have some sort of conversion tracking so you're not just running ads against essentially nothing, right? So basically, like I said, this is a new company, so we don't have a ton of budget because relaunching this company, we essentially started from zero. We invested a lot of money into the technology and the software, but we don't really have a lot of slush funds in terms, especially now during COVID, we didn't really have a lot of slush funds. So we can't go out and spend 10, 20, 30 grand a month on advertising. We had to make something that would achieve our goals without spending too much. So what we're basically spending is just $500 a week. So you can see we're spending, this is over the last 2 weeks, we spent about $1,000. $500 a week. And what I want to do is now show you the ads and show you how we're breaking down this budget so we're getting the most out of this money as well. So pretty much, I don't want to say anyone, but $2,000 a month to, again, get that awareness, to generate some leads and try to push to the next level, right? Because what we want to do is we want to make these ads return spend. But when you're a lead generation company, it takes time to turn that around because building a pipeline can take between 60 and 120 days, just depending on the length of your sales cycle. So once you turn on these ads, it doesn't come back in revenue right away like an e-commerce company does. It takes time. So what we want to do is, first of all, commit and invest to spending for a couple of months to go out there, build the awareness, and then build that pipeline up in terms of the advertising pipeline. But then also eventually grow this from 2,000 to 5,000 to 10,000 to 20,000 once we get these ads dialed in. So really what we're doing here is this is just working off of my funnel model. If you haven't seen my funnel model, I've got a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. I'll link to them below. You can check out. But basically what we're trying to do is break this down into 3 different stages of the funnel. So top funnel, mid funnel, and bottom funnel. Let's start with the bottom funnel. Bottom funnel is going to be focusing on the conversions, right? So generating leads. So I have these broken down here, 1, 2, and 3. This is just my basic traffic system. 3 is going to be bottom funnel. So these are going to be conversion ads down here. And those are going to be focused on, again, generating that booked call appointment with David via that Calendly link. Right here, mid-funnel, this is going to be focused on a mid-funnel conversion. So how can we grab someone's email and then pull them off of Facebook and then eventually, ideally, again, eventually turn them into a lead off of that using email and then also using some more remarketing, which I'll talk about. So for that, we're using a webinar sequence. You can use a webinar, you can use an ebook, you can use, again, any sort of email opt-in, text message opt-in, messenger opt-in, what have you, anything that allows you to grab that contact info and then speak to them somewhere else off of the Facebook platform. And then at the top here, this is targeting straight cold traffic. So this is where we're just taking something of value to the audience. We're going out there and we're just targeting cold audiences and just trying to basically get them to click, and again, to build up that remarketing audience. Because what we're doing here is top funnel here, we're running a blog post, and I'm going to show all this to you in a moment, so don't worry. We're targeting cold traffic again, and we're targeting using a blog post. Off the back of that blog post, anyone who's clicked on this blog post or been to our website, we're then remarketing based off the back of that for that mid-level conversion to get them into our webinar. And then off the back of that, we're running what we call commercials to get people to book an appointment. So these commercials are different videos that are talking about the value of the business that have much more of a conversion-focused intent. So the reason why we use this stage, like a lot of companies, what you'll do is just right away jump right here into the remarketing to just try and get these sales messages in front of people. But until they've been through this process of seeing the blog post, maybe interacting with a webinar, they're probably not ready to convert, and they're certainly not going to be ready to spend $15,000 to $25,000, which is what this service costs. So a lot of companies, we believe so much in our service and our product that we just assume that everyone's going to be interested in it just off the value of our value propositions for the company. So again, as I went back and I spoke about what this company does in terms of the value propositions, right? It sounds interesting. It sounds awesome, and because we're helping companies automate, but it's still not enough just off of that. Some people will trickle through, but it's not enough, especially when you're working with a smaller budget, more direct marketing approach where we're running an ad and trying to get them to convert. A lot of big brands will do that, right? They'll just run billboards, they'll run TV, they'll run radio ads. It costs a lot more to do that. So when you have much more of a budget, you can just go direct to consumer and try and get people to opt in just based off the value propositions. That's how advertising was born. But now with digital, it allows us to get into like a micro advertising campaign. Again, we're spending just $500 a week. So we've got to go out and we've got to build that interest and value beforehand before we're starting to run to the people. So what we're running up here, and this is important too, this concept of making sure that we're staying in alignment with what we're advertising throughout our funnel. So we have 3 different services that we offer here. We have a SaaS data pipeline where we're targeting software companies. We have an e-commerce data pipeline where we're targeting e-commerce companies, and we have an agency data pipeline. So this funnel that I'm running here, our entryway into the market is not going after everyone. We're segmenting. We're going specifically after agencies first for a lot of reasons, mainly because we have a good base in terms of working with agencies. So we've got enough of a foothold, we feel like, in the market to start with this. But our goal is to, once we get this funnel truly dialed in, then to take the same thing, replicate it, go to e-commerce and go to SaaS as well. But again, targeting these a little bit differently. So what we're running here at the top funnel is a blog post that says how to automate your agency with Google BigQuery. Again, so what we're trying to do here is we're trying to go out and we're trying to attract cold audiences to based off our core value proposition, which is basically agency automation with BigQuery, but we're trying to put a different spin on it that's much more informational, much more entertainment based, much more, oh wow, that's interesting, let me click on that and learn more, but not trying to convert and sell people right off the bat. So what we basically did is we put together a blog post that again just kind of goes through and talks about what BigQuery is. It then goes in and just kind of illustrate. We have a little video here that David put together that just shows kind of how BigQuery functions. It then goes into why use BigQuery for agencies. So here's David talking about why moving to BigQuery is a good move. Again, just going through all the different value propositions of why, and then we go into examples of BigQuery in action. Again, another video of David here. So you can see how we're breaking up these videos too. We're not trying to make somebody watch like a 20-minute video off of a Facebook ad. We're giving them small chunks to go through and digest. Again, the core principle of what we're trying to do here is just to show the value. We're not trying to sell you. We're really trying to sell you on the idea and the concept of BigQuery, just what it is and why you should use it for your agency, but we're not going through here and being like, use us for this. So we're then going through and really illustrating the output and the value of what BigQuery can do for your agency. So we're showing you the different outputs. We call them recipes, the website quality audit, what goes into it, the logic that we use, then actually shows you the demo of what the dashboard looks like, all this different stuff. We then go into showing you an ad funnel breakdown, so another recipe that we use, and then a final one here is a Shopify buyer segmentation recipe. So again, so we're going through and we're basically just giving you these final outputs that other customers are paying for that we're using as examples, again, to just show the value of BigQuery and how it can impact your agency positively. And then we go into showing you how you can start using BigQuery. So again, here's a small call to action. We've got a free course. We tell you that we can partner with us, or we've got a piece of software that you can use. So again, the value of this post here is just to get people aware, again, that market awareness that I was talking about of what BigQuery is and how you can use it before we start going into then about more of a conversion-based ad. So we're literally just taking this blog post here. Let me show you. I'll click on this. We're running this at $50 a day. We're using the campaign budget optimization. I'm using the CBO here because basically Facebook is going to go out and it's going to select these 3 different audiences, and it's going to show our ads to the people who they believe is the algorithm believes is going to be the most likely to click. We're running this as a landing page views campaign. And basically what we're doing is the way that I name my ad sets is literally just off of the targeting. So one is targeting Pardot, another one is targeting HubSpot plus data, people who are interested in data analysis. Another one is our lookalike audience for our 30-day window for website visitors. So literally we're just running this ad. You can see Facebook has chosen our lookalike audience as the best one. And we're getting a landing page view for $1.21. Very cheap. So we're spending $50 a day. That's a lion's share of our budget for these ads. And then the ad that we're running, let me just show you here, is just an image ad here. Again, we're just trying to draw clicks here. Video views aren't too important for this. And we just wrote some long form copy here that's going to entice people to click. Basically, it just talks about kind of like a very summarized version of the blog post. Again, so what we're doing at the very top of the funnel level here, let me just go back to my ads, is just running this blog post at the top funnel, just trying to get landing page views, again, to build that audience. Because then at the next level, what we're doing here, once more step down the funnel, is now we're starting to remarket our webinar to folks who have watched it. So this audience here, this is just Coding is for Losers all warmed. Basically what we're running here, let me actually edit this for you so you can see it. Basically what we're running here is a series of different ads that are geared towards this webinar opt-in. Again, it's important that you set up your conversions so you know what you're measuring against. And then our warmed audience is basically all of our website visitors and anyone who's watched 25 or 10% of our videos in the last 30 days. So again, basically, as we're promoting our content organically too, it's building this mid-funnel audience. So you don't necessarily have to go through the top funnel blog post, but we're running that top funnel blog post to build that audience and build it quickly and to scale it much more quickly. So again, so we're just running these people in the US, automatic placements, nothing too crazy here. And then we're running 3 different ads. And this is important too. I like to run different ads because different ads give you different value propositions. So again, what Facebook is going to do is it's going to show to the same audiences, instead of just berating them with the same ad over and over, what it's going to do is it's going to show them three different, again, value propositions. So the first one here is basically me on video, just literally talking about the webinar, talking about how BigQuery changed our agency. The next one here is going through and it's showing one of the outputs. So it's actually going through in this blog post. Oops, sorry, wrong one. And it's showing some of the outputs, some of the examples that we've done. Again, another way to entice people to get people to click and get people to opt in. And then the final one here is just an image ad that we're running to just kind of, stir up a little bit of controversy, but just saying SEO is easy. And then again, enticing people to click. And all these are then leading to this webinar here. Again, I'll watch how we've automated our agency with BigQuery. Show me the full video, they opt in, and then they can watch the full video. So again, you see the congruency here from what we're running at the top funnel here. So when people see this, this is just kind of a written version. They can skim it, they can get some context, and then when they're getting remarketed to, they're getting remarketed to with 3 different ads with 3 different value props, but that are all leading back here to this webinar opt-in. So back here, we're just running this for $10 a day because the audience is a little bit small. And you can see we're paying about $15, which is really high for context. At our other company, we're paying about 1/3 for our webinar opt-ins, but we're okay with doing this here because we're really, again, we're not trying to get anybody to opt into our webinar off anything. This is a sales-based webinar where our goal is not just to get people to opt in, but to get people to watch it, and then to get people to take action and ideally hire us, for a consult, or again, to schedule a consult with us afterwards. And then the final part of this funnel here is just remarketing to anyone who comes to the website and anyone who is converted on the webinar. And again, what we're trying to do here, this consultation request is broken. We're getting about 5 consultation requests a week, but we're just running each of these at $10 a day, not using campaign budget optimization, just using the standard, Facebook advertising just at the campaign budget level. And what we're running here is we're running 2 different commercials. We're running one where David is talking about basically a 30-second video where David is talking about analyzing marketing data by hand. And then we also put together this other commercial here that's an illustrated video that is just kind of talking about the value, or just a quick 1 minute about how quick 1-minute video about how BigQuery can help automate an agency. So again, we're also running this at the bottom funnel too, because to anyone who's come to the website within the last 14 days, because again, it's not just, they don't have to go through this funnel, but we also want to make sure that anyone that comes to the website, we're trying to capture them with a remarketing video too, again, to just kind of illustrate and help them understand more about the value of what we're doing, and just to not let that traffic slip away. So what this helps you to do is helps you to scale your entire marketing, not just through this funnel. So again, now as we're out doing content marketing, we're promoting in our Slack group, we're promoting it, people are sharing it on Twitter and stuff like that. They're coming to the website. They're then also getting caught at the bottom funnel with this commercial to help them to opt in to schedule a consult, because they came to the website or maybe they Googled something that we helped them out with. Now they're still caught in the same funnel. And helping them to schedule a consult with us, and ultimately helping us to drive for that conversion. So again, like I said, we're basically spending $70 a day here. Really nothing too much, $2,000 a month. And what this is helping us do is generate anywhere between 12 to 20 marketing qualified leads per month, helping us to build our pipeline outside of the other stuff that we're doing, and help to generate sales. So then all we have to do is we have to turn up this budget as we scale and grow more, and then ultimately also change the ads, and then also set the same funnel up, just clone it basically for e-commerce and then software. So that's a look behind the scenes at exactly how we're running our ads for one of our companies. You can see it's not too much. It's all congruent. It's all helping drive towards these goals. As always, if you guys like these type of videos, hit that like, subscribe button down below. Leave me a comment. I'm here answering any questions that you might have about marketing and advertising. See you guys in the next video. Peace, y'all.